Hey guys, we back. CWWS, and we just ended up battling Solid, us, Snake, and he left us like broken and lost on a abandoned big shell platform. But we're gonna put out the fires, start anew. If we can put out the fire here, using our coolant. Get our ration and get the heck out. That's how we do. I swear, Raiden came back this way. Why didn't he just drop off this time the first time? And watch your, watch out for this bird poo, guys. That's gonna send you toppling to your death. Uh-oh. A lot of trapdoors in the house. And the guards are coming back. I don't like those guards. Let's see if we can get by here. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. That was my chance, guys. Ah. Here we go. Let this guy turn around. We're going to go for it. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Whoa. Whoa. Dude. Dude. Here we go. Going that slow up the ladder riding is not going to help. Oh snap, we made it. You know the kind of quads and calves you're gonna need to pull this kind of shit off? It's like next level cardio, guys. Look at this. Just handing it like a boss Raiden does. Nice moves, Raiden. Nice freaking moves.
What? I'm going to go in my pants. Nobody's looking, right?
Yo, oh, he pissed on me. Dude pissed on me. We're not gonna have that. We're not gonna have that. Ah, you already got away. You got lucky once, champ. I thought I could beat it. Another ration. I've been using rations pretty steadily. Huh. Got broken down control panels. Okay. use up our handgun ammo, guys, because we don't use that too much. Boss moves. Boss moves, son. Whoa. We're claiming that title, Big Boss.
Olga, Snake, he's here. In Shell 1.
My father had some unfinished business with him.
Olga, calm yourself.
I'm gonna have to listen in here.
Feelings.
Then screw your plan. I've been waiting for this day for 2 years, and I will send him to the bottom of the ocean.
Oh,
right next to my
yo.
old man.
Look at us just chilling in the corner. No idea. They got no idea.
Where's Ocelot?
Not here.
I don't trust him.
Don't talk that way about one of your own.
He's not one of my own. Die, remember?
Olga, we'll talk later. We need to get started on the final checks for the unit.
All right. I'm headed back there.
And I don't know if you guys heard, there's a lot of Metal Gear news recently. Stuff regarding the
What about
movie.
chopper?
The cam-off is out
Seemed
of
like
action. Take the oil fence from strut L.
I'll tell my men to start pulling
the
out.
actor who's playing Snake is definitely talking about it. Kind of showing he was a fan of the games. So the movie can't be too far away. I hear it's amazing. Well, they say it's gonna be
Luck
amazing.
on his side,
I have no
certainly.
idea. We'll see. We'll see. A lot of potential for Metal Gear, but a lot of it could go sideways. I think it needs to be really badass and kind of capture the 80s movie
No
vibe.
one gets in here.
That to me would be a
Turn
good
the currents on.
Metal Gear movie. The cheesiness is like, of course, like that 80s vibe, and we'll see.
High voltage currents on.
The door stays shut unless the president manages to take out that circuit panel from inside.
So this
the
was
room.
also in the first Metal
And
Gear
it's no
Solid.
job for bare
You had to
hands.
like
Alright,
get a
come
remote
back
missile to
immediately.
blow up the
One
floor.
more thing.
What?
They brought it back in the
We leave
second
for
one.
Russia when this business is done. I want half the money for that.
Of course.
That's bait,
That was
Raiden.
part of the agreement.
That's bait, son.
We start living for ourselves after this. If there's anyone who wants to stay here, I want you to take good care of them.
Gladly. Gerlukovich soldiers are the cream of the crop.
It's time they went free.
What happened to rebuilding?
What else has there been?
Russia?
There's been a lot of
The old
rumors
man
with
is
this
dead. The world is a different place now.
Blue Box
It's your
Studio, or
Just as a reminder,
like they're
I'm
supposed to
going
release
say
a
this
game
again.
named
One
Abandoned, and
last
it,
time.
you know, they said it was
Don't
gonna be
try anything on us.
it's gonna be a Metal Gear remake or Silent Hill remake, but for some reason shit just keeps falling flat there.
I'm in front of the room where they're keeping the
Of course,
president.
Rattle's got a
Everything
first
all
thing
right?
tattle.
No sign of flooding, but I can't get close to the door. The floor is electrified.
Don't test it. You'll be bacon.
Any suggestions?
Bacon.
Remember the Shadow Moses
man.
VR training?
Take out the circuit panel?
Right.
But there's no way into the room.
Try ventilation ducts.
Yeah, I think I see one.
Look for a remote control
you gotta
missile
use the
launcher.
remote missile
you
to
can
get
guide
in
it
here.
through the duct into the
And
room.
then bust up
Then
the
target the circuit panel.
electrical
Got it.
panel.
Right. But make sure you don't hit the president.
The president is wired with nanomachines. If we know the frequency, I can raise him.
We've tried that repeatedly, but
And
there's
there's
no
also
response.
rumors
It
it
looks like
was,
the
I think,
walls
the
have a
20th
built-in
anniversary of
radio
Metal Gear
shield.
Solid
So that's why Ames lost
2.
contact with him.
If you need to confirm his
And
position,
there was rumors
you
that a
can
remake
log
was
into
going to
the
come out
node.
of that. And they used
Understood.
AI, actually. That was the
Locate
other
the
thing I
remote
saw.
control
They used
missile
AI
launcher
to
first.
upscale the trailer, which was one of the Ultimate Game trailers. So gotta get the Nikita and launch it through here. And then there's also rumors that Blue Box Studios had been working on Metal Gear 6, which I thought was interesting. A lot of rumors surrounding that abandoned game. Which kind of harkens back to, I remember Kojima fooled everyone by pretending to be like the producer of the game, or like the head of the studio with Moby Dick Studios for Part 5. It's somehow this creeped in my mind. Like, I don't know. Like, honestly, what the hell can you trust nowadays, guys? But he looks like a Middle Eastern dude. He's pretty buff, and I would just constantly, I'm thinking like it's CG. That's actually Kojima. Can you imagine, guys? The shit that is going on today. So we're gonna call this elevator. We gotta go down to the basement, which, if I'm not mistaken, is flooded. And there's like a little underwater mini game in search of the Nikita. The Nikita. Get our maps. Yeah, okay, that's right. So we're gonna have to swim here. And we gotta really watch our breath. Let's go for it.
Colonel, B1 is completely flooded from what I can see.
You'll have to swim through.
Swimming isn't my strong point. It wasn't a part of the VR training either.
Stroke the water and move forward by pushing the punch button. Push it in rapid succession to swim faster. Change your heading by moving the left thumbstick. Up will take you up. Down takes you lower. Left and right to face those directions. The O2 gauge will appear under your life gauge.
Yeah, it's annoying. You gotta watch your O2 and constantly go up for air.
You can hold from a single deep breath. Once
Kind
the
of a
O2
super
gauge falls to
soldier
zero,
is
the
right.
life gauge will start to
Can't
drop.
even last.
You need
like
to be aware
longer
of that.
than normal. Okay. So right there is air. Get some air. Head back down. Huh. Immediately I went the wrong way. So we're just gonna go up for more air here. And then I believe it is this way. Yeah. Night vision goggles. Boss. Let's be safe, guys. We gotta go back for air. Raiden doesn't even look like he uses his hands when he's swimming. He's just doing some dolphin shit. Okay. Yep. There's fire extinguishers just going around over there. I'm playing it really safe, guys. Oh, there's a rubber ducky. That's cute. That was a big deal. I remember the PS2 demo was kind of centered around this rubber ducky. Rubber duckies were a big part of video gaming in those days. Oh, damn. This hit a mine. Oh, there it is. There it is. Nikita, kid. Uh-oh. Watch that mine, kid. Okay, we got the Nikita. Making our way back out here. Was that I already got it, right? What the hell was that? Some debris. Lots of air, lots of air. Here we go. I did take one mine. Not a good look. But that's okay. We got night vision goggles. It was worth it. Let's test those out, by the way. That's been a staple of Metal Gear. I think that's been around since the beginning. Night vision. Yeah. Cool. Super cool. Okay. We haven't run into any bad dudes recently. We got the president right there. He's like right behind the wall. Don't worry, sir, I'm coming. First of all, let us get some more ammo. Chafes I always thought were so cool. I remember when that first came out, that mechanic of like having to dodge the camera and you could throw out a chafe. Wasn't there bullets around here that I missed? There they are. So it's time for some Nikita action. Whoa!
What is that?
Right off the bat. You gotta move quick with this. If you kind of constantly move it, you can slow it down. And if it stays on the straightaway. Oh, there we go.
What is that?
Prez, look out, Prez, look out.
What are you
We're going for
doing?
that control panel, baby. Oh! So the shrapnel didn't kill him. And now the floor has been disabled. And we just mosey on in. Absolutely no guards. Like a boss. That's how we do it. Like a boss. Like a big boss.
President Johnson,
President Johnson.
So you're finally here.
you've been expecting me?
Your equipment, that skull suit isn't exactly standard military issue.
Are you all right, sir?
Is this some kind
Skull
of
suit.
sick joke?
So,
thought
I
you
mean,
came to kill me.
Kojima really had some ideas for this because, like, Skulls only
I'm
really showed
prepared
up
to face
again
the
in
consequences of my betrayal.
part 5.
What are you?
Did he
What
just
the-
go for his, like, crotch?
You're a man? Well, who are you?
Who the hell? Who the hell? I
Foxhound,
don't give a
sir.
rat's ass if you're the
Foxhound?
president. You're gonna experience a beatdown if you
I
try that
see.
again.
Now things are starting to make a little sense.
Just going for the crotch like it's just like basket of fruit.
Switch over to nano-communication so nobody can listen in.
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Do you read me, sir?
Yes.
Mr. President,
We on
it's
that
my
nano
understanding that
communication.
the terrorists have managed to input the code sequence necessary for launching a nuclear strike.
That's correct. I punched the sequence in myself.
You're working for them?
If you asked me 2 hours ago, my answer would have been yes. Right now, they're keeping me alive until my vital signs are reconfirmed.
They betrayed you?
I wouldn't quite put it that way. I wanted power. They sought destruction.
But why stoop to terrorism?
I wanted absolute power.
But you're the president. You have power.
No, I'm just a figurehead.
There's also a piece of news. I see a lot of
I
Metal
don't
Gear
have
news.
any
I guess that's
control.
like
The
stuck in
real
my feed
power
now,
is in
but
the Patriots' hands.
there's been a new
Patriots?
speed
truth
run hack.
behind this
Supposedly
country.
someone
I'm not
found a
surprised
glitch
you've
that
never
they
heard
could
of
like
it.
get
Very
through a
few are
huge
aware
part
of
of the
their
game
existence.
really quick.
Even among those with code word clearance.
I'm just like rambling off news that I've been seeing about Metal
the
Gear.
military, the economy. They control it all. They even choose who becomes president. Putting it simply, the Patriots rule this country.
No.
Hard to believe, isn't it? But it's the truth. The space defense, income tax reduction, and national missile defense programs. Every policy that's been credited
The models,
to me was
they're
actually
really
done
simple,
according
but
to
they
their
still did a
instructions.
great job with like the
Space
blinking
defense
and
was initiated by Congress.
That's
kind
what
of
the
the eye
Patriots
movements
want the
and
country
stuff.
to
It's
believe.
actually really
It's
impressive.
all a
This was
show.
like 2000,
Democracy is just a filler for
2001,
textbooks.
and
Think about it. Do you actually
considering they
believe
didn't
that
have any of
public
that,
opinion
that
influences
only
the
really
government?
started in
No.
This country is shaped and
PS2.
controlled as the Patriots
PS1,
see
there
fit.
was no real
The people
eye
are shown
stuff.
what they want to believe.
It was
What
just
you
like
call government
faces
is
that
actually
were
a
static.
well-staged production aimed at satisfying the public.
Huh?
Yeah,
Don't
looking
look
at
at me
them,
like
just
that.
kind of looking at
I'm
the eyes
legally
here
sane,
and
you
like
know.
It's not your
the
sanity that
subtle
worries me.
blinking and looking down. Very cool.
The Patriots.
Oh yeah, now the
Even
Patriots.
I don't know who the actual members are. Are they financial, political, or
Which
military?
I guess is really supposed to be like the Illuminati.
No one knows who the Patriots really are. Even my instructions come from a cutout. All I've been told is that every key decision is made by a group of 12 men, known as the Wise Men's Committee.
Your office? The White House?
Merely puppets, pawns in a game. By pledging my loyalty, an insignificant son of a senator was awarded the presidency. Of course, that wasn't the only price I had to pay.
What do you mean?
Even if a pawn becomes a queen, it is still just a playing piece. I wanted to leave my own mark in history, but my ambitions were...
Thwarted.
You'll understand someday.
Yeah, Raiden does understand eventually.
I wished to be a
He
member of the
understands
Patriots.
all too well when he
I
gets
wanted
turned
to
into a
wield the power
cyborg.
of a king instead of being an expendable pawn.
And that justifies acts of terrorism?
Yes, I'd intended to use the new Metal Gear as a bargaining chip,
Bargaining chip?
but I underestimated Solidus. He actually wants to challenge the Patriots, even if it means the destruction of the world.
What are you saying?
Whether you believe it or not, the balance of power rests in the hands of the Patriots. They regulate the country's various interests through controlled presentation, staging a drama that is palatable to the general masses.
Yeah, this game was like
Can you
kind of
imagine
way
what would
ahead
happen
of
if
its
they
time,
ceased
and
to function?
I didn't really know much
Picture
about
a massive
like,
political vacuum.
secret
A
societies
space
and that stuff
every
when I played it,
powermonger
but
will try to fill
playing
for
it
their
now,
own greedy ends.
you gotta wonder,
I'm
right?
talking about
How
an
crazy is it?
unregulated power struggle, panic,
It's the
civil
shit no one
war,
talks
chaos.
about. You get labeled a conspiracy
Like it
theorist
or
and
not,
you're like
the
off the
Patriots
books.
is an
You're just
organization
right
that
off.
must continue to exist.
So you changed your mind because
But
you wanted
there's
to
still
avoid
something a
global
little
chaos.
bit crazy.
Exactly. When I told Solidus that I wished to prevent
It's
disaster,
just so
he
crazy
replied
because it
that
could be so
pawns
true. Like
can
it's,
never become players.
things aren't what they
And who
seem.
is this Solidus?
That's what I think Metal Gear is. It's like when you play this game, it's like you go from
My
being a boy
predecessor,
into a man.
George Sears.
Uh,
That was the name the public came to know him by. I knew him by his code name, Solidus Snake.
Oh yeah,
He
Solidus
was the
was the
third
president.
snake,
That's
preceded by
ridiculous
Solid
too.
and Liquid, a survivor of the Les Enfants Terribles project. Neither Solid nor Liquid. He was a well-balanced masterpiece that the Patriots saw fit to entrust with the presidency. However, he fell out of grace with the organization 4 years ago. When acting on his own, he started an incident.
4 years ago. Shadow Moses.
That's right. At the time, the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, together with certain influential parties, initiated the development of Metal Gear Rex and an advanced nuclear warhead. However, this did not fall in line with the Patriots' plans. What's more, Solidus decided on his own to send his most
I
trusted
think the
man,
timeline is also
Ocelot,
really
to provoke
interesting for like the
Liquid
Metal Gear
Snake,
series
bringing
because
about the said
if I'm not
incident.
mistaken,
As a
the
result,
original
he
Metal
succeeded
Gear
in
came out in the
obtaining Rex
80s,
and
but
the data on the
it was
warhead.
supposed to be
But
like
in doing so, he ended up revealing
95
the
or something.
existence of both Rex
And
the
then,
genome
so it was kind of a
army,
little
a
futuristic.
blunder that earned him the wrath of
And
the
then Metal
Patriots.
Gear 1
Shortly
came out in 98.
Solidus was removed from the presidential
And I
office.
think that was actually supposed to be 98 too.
I thought he resigned.
That's the story
Maybe it was a
given
little
to the
later.
general public.
And then this came out, and
Following
I
his
think this was
resignation,
supposed to
the
be like
Patriots selected
2001.
me, their new pawn for the
Like,
presidency.
these
But
games
that would
were
mean that the
where they were
presidential
supposed to be.
race was...
That
But
was quite a
then
show, wasn't it? It was
3
a
came out, and it was
well-scripted drama
supposed to
staged
be
by the
in the
Patriots for the
60s.
benefit of the public.
Or
Even
was
the
it?
Democrats and
Was it
Republicans
just a
were dancing to
simulation?
the
That's-
Patriots' tune.
That's where it gets
Everything
really
went according to
crazy.
plan,
Then
but
4
for
came
one
out,
exception.
and 4 was supposed to be in the future.
Following his
An
resignation,
unknown point in the future.
Solidus' health was scheduled
And
to
then
fail,
5 came out,
bringing
and
about
again
his
it was supposed to
untimely
be in the
death.
past, like
Cat?
the 80s, but I have a
Correct.
feeling that
But
wasn't
before
what it
the
seems
Patriots
either.
could execute their
That's
plot,
supposed to be
Solidus went
quite a bit
underground
further
with
in
the
the
help
future.
of Ocelot. As he avoided pursuit, Solidus gained control of Dead Cell, winning over Colonel Golukovich's outfit. From there, he bided his time, knowing that his opportunity would soon arrive.
What opportunity?
The completion of the new Metal Gear project, an opportunity that would even his odds against the Patriots. By stealing the Patriots' most valued project, he would be able to place them in a very uncomfortable position. It's the only chance he has for survival. Once he has the new Metal Gear, he'll declare war against the Patriots.
So
Needless
Solidus
to
is
say,
going to
he
war
must be
against the
stopped.
Patriots.
Metal Gear is already operational.
No, not yet. What you saw was Metal Gear Ray, hijacked 2 years ago from the Marines by Ocelot. That was not the new Metal Gear.
Then where's the new Metal Gear?
Right here.
What?
You're standing in it. To be more precise, this entire big shell facility is the new Metal Gear.
What'd you
Big
say?
Shell is Metal
No,
Gear. I
I'm
forgot
quite
about that.
serious. The upper structure that you've seen is camouflage, designed to represent an offshore cleanup facility. The main structure extends from the foundation all the way down to the ocean floor. The connecting elevator is located on the B2 floor of the Shell 1 core. Arsenal Gear. That's the code name
Arsenal.
for the new Metal Gear.
Arsenal Gear.
Arsenal?
That's right. Arsenal. We're talking about an impregnable fortress carrying a load of over a couple of thousand missiles, including nuclear warheads, all protected by a horde of mass-produced Metal Gear Ray units.
Mass-produced?
So yeah,
The Ray
okay.
unit
Arsenal
was
is like
originally
a
designed
giant
for the
ray.
Marines to be used as a countermeasure against the Metal Gear variations throughout the world. The Patriots had Ray redesigned to protect the new Arsenal Gear.
So now anti-Metal Gears are guarding a Metal Gear.
Ironic, isn't it? That's not all. Arsenal Gear has full access to the military's tactical network, giving it the ability to exercise absolute control over our nation's armed forces, not to mention our nuclear armament. In short, Arsenal was created to be the core of our country.
What kind of idiotic weapon?
Weapon? No. You're not seeing the full
Idiotic weapon.
picture. Arsenal Gear is more than just a military tool. It is a means to preserve the world as it is. It will establish a new form of control. The Patriots will use it to keep their place as the country's true rulers. Right now, they feel pressured and threatened.
By what?
They fear an overabundance of digital information. The world will drown in the coming flood of information, and they along with it. The arsenal
This is
plans
kind of
include a
prophetic.
system
Like,
to digitally manage the
I
flow
feel like
of
we're there now,
information,
guys. Like when I
making
played
it
this game, it
possible
was
to shape the
2000, and
truth
the internet
for
had
their
just
own
like really
purposes.
started for
In
the
short,
public.
the arsenal system is the key
Like
to
there
their
was a lot of
supremacy.
stuff coming, but it wasn't where we're
Yes,
at today,
the
where
GW system
it's this
is the
ridiculous.
Patriot's trump card. Arsenal gear will be fully operational when GW
There's
is
a huge
successfully
overabundance of
integrated.
information now.
Once
It's just
operational,
like it's
it will be a
honestly like
completely
pointless.
new form of power for the Patriots to wield. I had hoped to seize the project from them, so that I would be in a strong bargaining position.
Bargain for what?
I'd hoped to trade my
Everyone's
way into
opinions
their
about
ranks.
everything,
The
you know,
solidest
this,
prefer
that, and the
rebellion.
other.
Outer Heaven, his plan to
this
unleash a
madness.
nuclear blast over the skies of Wall Street to break the Patriots' control over the business community, is also a key factor in his offensive effort.
Outer heaven?
Outer
Listen,
Heaven. You
there
can
isn't
never
much
get away
time.
from that, eh?
The football
Outer
served
Heaven
as the
is
key
popping
for
its
activating
freaking
Arsenal gear.
head up and
I've
all
already
sorts of,
input the necessary
Metal
code
Gears.
sequence. It won't be long before GW begins to establish.
I gotta
connections
admit though, like
with
I
other
was really
external
disappointed. I
systems,
expect to get
and
into Outer
Arsenal gear
Heaven,
becomes
or
fully
like create Outer
operational.
Heaven. That was where it
Stop
was
them
going in
before
Metal
that
Gear
happens.
5, but
That is your
never
role.
got there. I still
Oh.
think that it could
You've
be
got
locked
to find
behind
Emma
the
Emmerich.
nuke
She's the only one who can stop that thing
wall,
once it's been
which
activated.
is like I think the
Emma
ultimate
Emmerich?
She's the
game
system programmer for
secret
Arsenal
is
gear.
that once you
I
get
believe
rid
she's
of all the
somewhere on level
nukes
B1 in the
and then
core
you
of this
build
building.
one, it's like
I thought
Outer
the
Heaven
levels
starts for
below us
you.
were
Like
flooded.
that just
I'm
made
sure they
sense.
won't let her die just
Still
yet,
never been
as she's the
confirmed,
only
but
remaining
I
programmer for
seriously
this
think
project.
there's like a hidden
According
Metal
to
Gear 1
Ocelot,
and 2
she was being held in a locker room
running around
located
in that
the
game
northwest
somehow.
part of level B1.
that it's
Cut
possible to
transmission
achieve
get
that.
moving.
Like there's a few extra chapters we never got to.
This is card 4. It'll give you access all the way to Emma's location. Give this to her when you find her.
What is it?
A program for disrupting the control functions between GW and Arsenal gear. Take Emma to the computer room on level B2, Shell 1 core. She'll know how to load the program
Mini
into the main
discs.
system.
I had that, guys.
A virus?
Mini discs were
That's
awesome.
right, modeled after Foxdie, a biological weapon designed to selectively eliminate personnel with a specific genetic code.
But why do
That was
you
a
have
Sony
it?
tech,
The
and it was
Patriots
really
had it
cool.
engineered as a failsafe. And
Didn't hold
Ocelot
enough
forgot to say,
information for
"You've
MP3s.
got
It
to
was
hurry.
okay.
That disc is the only way you're going to
It would
stop
be like a
Arsenal."
regular album you could fit on there, maybe 20, 30 songs. But the way that
Well,
it was just
I've
a little
told you
protected
everything you
disc,
need
I
to
thought
know.
was so cool. Similar to like a Sony PSP
There's
disc.
only one thing that remains to be done.
I still have some mini discs somewhere.
Now, kill me.
Oh yeah. This is
There's no
ludicrous.
time to argue. The final check for my vital ID will start any second. If you
The
kill
president's
me now,
is
you'll at
willing to
least
die for
prevent
the
nuclear
cause, eh?
strike.
Cut it
And
out!
have Raiden kill him.
Do it! That's your role!
Oh, and of course Raiden just can't get a hold of his trigger. It's so itchy, his fires went off.
That's abusing your right to free speech, Mr. President.
Oh no, sorry, it
is
was
it?
Ocelot.
Ex-President.
It was that dirty scoundrel Ocelot.
President, why did you...
Alas, my finger must have slipped. I'll see you around, carrier boy.
Forget him. He did us a favor.
Was it really a favor?
Without free will, there is no difference between submission and rebellion. My only real choice is to put an end to this charade. Let me at least have the freedom to end it myself.
I guess if you
What
want to
are
go,
you-
like, didn't you have a wife and
Find
kids,
Emma.
Mr. President?
Stop Arsenal! This is my last order as your commander-in-chief. I'm counting on you.
It's murked. President's been murked. Way to go, Raiden. You didn't save them. Alright. Let's tiptoe over the body of the president. Guess that's it.
Colonel, the president is dead.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that.
Where do we go from here?
Your mission was to rescue the president and eliminate the
Yeah,
terrorist threat.
failed to rescue
However,
the
given the recent
president
turn
part.
of events, we will honor the president's last directive. You must put a stop to Arsenal Gear once and for all.
Do you actually think there's any truth to his story about this big shell facility being a front for Arsenal Gear?
I don't have the security clearance necessary to verify the facts. However, he was the president. I'm sure he knew what he was talking about.
Aren't you forgetting that he was part of the terrorist plot?
All the more reason why I believe his information is reliable.
Huh?
We're talking about a man who chose to die rather than risk a nuclear holocaust. Thanks to his sacrifice, the Nuclear Launch Authority has shifted to the vice president, effectively eliminating the terrorist threat.
Colonel, when you put it like that, it almost sounds like I should have assassinated the president to eliminate the threat.
That was not my intention. I was trying to point out that there is certainly some credibility to the words of a man who chose death to protect the innocent.
The Colonel has a point, Jack.
What about the information he gave me on the Patriots?
That's a new one on me. I'll see what I can find out.
Oh, you guys.
Raiden, we're running out of time. Find Emma. She's supposed to be located on level B1, in the core of that building you're in, right? You've got to find her before Arsenal becomes fully operational.
Hurry, Jack.
It's up to you to make sure that the president didn't sacrifice his life in vain.
Find Emma.
Understood. Raiden out.
What's your status, Raiden?
Snake, the president, he's been assassinated.
What?
There was nothing I could do.
What about the nuclear
There's
strike
nothing
code
I could
sequence?
do,
He
Snake.
died before his vital ID
Sucks.
could be reconfirmed.
Then the
Freaking
enemies lost their
sucks.
nuclear strike capability.
But that Ocelot guy obviously killed the president on purpose.
Why?
It doesn't make any sense. They had to know that they couldn't launch the nuke if they killed the president.
Maybe there's a way to launch without reconfirming the vital ID.
Or maybe they found a more effective weapon within Arsenal Gear.
You knew about Arsenal Gear?
Yeah,
Why didn't you tell me about it?
you never asked.
Am I correct in assuming you also know that the big shell's a front for the project?
You mean, did I know that the Big Shell, a fully functional environmental cleanup facility, was designed to camouflage Arsenal Gear? Yeah, I did. It's exactly what the President and Ames described, a massive cover story. The good news is that it hasn't really done much in terms of cleaning up the environment, so we won't have to worry about any toxic gas being released if we have to blow the house down.
Right. And when did you find out about all of this?
It took a while, but we uncovered the info around the time you took out that mad bomber. There's no doubt that Arsenal Gear is being built here. And it was all set up 2 years ago, on that day. All of it.
2 years ago. What really happened here?
I took these photos 2 years ago.
I know these pictures. They were on the news, on several websites. If I remember
Didn't
right,
I take
the
those
reporters
photos
blamed
as
you for
Snake? I
sinking
think
the tanker.
those are my photos.
That's right. Otacon, me, we were used.
We'd hoped that by going public with photos of the new Metal Gear, we could persuade the government. At least that was the plan at the time.
I've gone through VR training of the tanker mission before.
Yeah.
Whoa,
well,
they got me when
gathered
I took
accurately
out,
simulates the events of that mission.
Olga. Damn drones, Cypher drones.
I'd infiltrated the dummy tanker to obtain proof that a Metal Gear was under development. Shortly after I made it aboard, an armed group led by Colonel Gerlukovich raided the ship and gained control.
Olga and Ocelot were among the raiding party.
Yeah, and him.
Who are you talking about?
A man that was supposed to be dead.
Their target was also Metal Gear Ray. But Ocelot eliminated Colonel Gerlukovich and Marine Commander Scott Dolph, and he hijacked Ray.
So he betrayed them?
I don't know what kind of deal was going down. All I remember is what Ocelot said at the time. Something like, "I'm taking it back."
Ocelot then sank the tanker, along with the soldiers of the Marine Corps.
The amount of people these sons of
How did you
these
manage to get
SOBs
out?
kill for their
Otacon
cause, eh?
managed to have a small boat ready for me.
That was the easy part. The tough part was not getting dragged down with a sinking tanker. Small miracle when you think about it. It turned out that the whole thing was a setup to lure us. Photos of Snake, taken by the Cypher, were released to the public.
No, man.
In turn, we became the world's most wanted environmental terrorists.
It was definitely a move aimed at putting a stop to our anti-Metal Gear activities.
But why did they choose Snake?
Since the Shadow Moses incident, Snake became sort of a hero. I think the Patriots weren't too happy about that.
You knew about the Patriots?
Well, yes, to a certain degree.
It seems like everyone knows about them except me.
They didn't choose
Seems
Snake
like
to be
everyone knows about him
So they
except
decided
me.
to do a smear campaign.
I think the Patriots wanted to make an example of him so everybody would think twice before opposing them.
That's it. They set all this up just to nail you guys.
No, there's more to it than that. The Marines' Metal Gear Ray project, headed by Commander Dolph, was carried out in opposition to the Navy's Arsenal Gear project.
I remember
To be
just
more
thinking about
precise,
the
the
story, like
Patriots
there's so many
considered
twists and
Metal Gear Ray
turns
to
in
be a
Metal
thorn
Gear,
in
like
their side. Hence
just
they
thinking
attacked
about
the
it,
dummy tanker and
it was
stole
like
Ray.
giving me a headache. And eventually when
followed
I
this up
kind
with a
of
perfect
came up
plan.
with an
They
idea
immediately
for
sent a fully
an
loaded
alternate
tanker to
story
the
to Metal
same
Gear
location
5, I
and
remember
sank it.
just
Then set up the
constantly
facility to
thinking and
camouflage the
thinking
development
and
of Arsenal
thinking
Gear.
And we
in order
fell
to make
for
my
it.
story
Two more
work.
puppets in their show.
And like it used to literally tire me out, guys.
Colonel
And even to this
Garukovich
day, like I
and his
came up
daughter
with I think a
Olga
really good story, and I like
Both
did a
fell
little
victim
video
to
about it.
Ocelot's plot.
But
Was
I didn't.
Solidus behind all
I
this?
can't even
He
remember.
used
Like I gotta
Ocelot to get
rewatch
hold
the
of
video
Ray,
to
huh?
remember what
No,
the hell
he
I
was
was
underground,
thinking.
keeping
It was
a
so
low
deep.
profile at the time.
Like I couldn't give you a
Then it
synopsis off
must
the
be
top of
the
my head.
Patriots.
That's
I
the
can give you a
case,
quick one,
what's
but it
Ocelot
went
doing
way deeper.
alongside
Like I had
Solidus?
layers on top of layers on top of layers. It was wild.
Forget it. We're wasting time. We can figure this out later. The nuclear strike's been prevented, but Arsenal still has a massive payload of missiles to deal with.
Right. If the opposition gets control of those missiles.
Raiden, you've got to find Emma.
Wait a second. Isn't Emma Emmerich?
My sister.
What's she doing here?
You got me. She's a computer whiz who specializes in neural AI and ultra-variable volume data analysis using complex logic. How she got involved in weapons development is beyond me.
Whatever her reasons, we need her in order to
She's
stop
an AI
Arsenal.
expert, huh?
Raiden, find her.
I'm on my
Forgot
way.
about that too. All right. So the president's dead. We gotta go find this Emmerich chick. You know what, guys? I think we're gonna save it here. Let's call up the missus. Put in a save.
Jack, do you need to save?
And I think that's where we'll leave it. That was a good little episode. I think we got an hour out of that.
Jack,
What is it?
I've always been alone.
Oh,
I'm so lonely.
Lonely. Rose, we've always...
Not always.
What do you mean?
You've never slept beside me.
what?
What are you talking about?
After we've been together in my room, you stay awake all night, or you head for the door.
Is this really the time to bring this up?
Jack,
Why,
you never
Jack?
sealed the deal,
Why?
buddy.
Listen, Rose, I'm right in the middle of a mission, and
Why? Why can't you relax when you're with me?
Look, the mission,
Why don't you open up to me?
Rose, I just can't.
All I ever wanted was to share your dreams, to spend a meaningful
kidding
evening
me?
with you. I just wanted to find you by my side when I woke up. Is that asking too much?
Jack creeping out in the
It's
middle
the
of the
night.
night every
I'm
night?
scared of the night. It's got nothing to do with you.
Scared of the night? What's that supposed to mean?
I can't relax when I'm with someone.
Jack, you wouldn't even let me in your room.
I need privacy. I just can't be bothered.
Bothered?
Wrong word. What I wanted to say was that there are certain things that I have to keep to myself.
Do you remember that time I forced my way into your room? We'd known each other for almost a year, and you blew up. It was the first time you ever raised your hand against me.
Whoa. This is
I was
drama,
so worried
guys.
about you.
Look, I'm sorry.
It wasn't your violent nature that scared me. It was your room, your heart.
Stop it.
There wasn't anything in your room. Only a bed and a small desk.
That's
It looked
loco.
like a prison cell.
Rose?
No television set. No family pictures. Not even a poster.
Rose, I only use that room for sleeping.
A lifeless room. Almost like
She
your
is
empty
pouring
heart.
on the drama
That's
right
why I
now.
tried to keep you out.
I thought I was beginning to understand you. Until I saw that room.
Would you have been happier if I had a picture of you hanging on the wall?
That's not what I was trying to say.
Enough, Rose. We'll talk about this later. After the mission.
I don't know. She's still gonna be
Right.
there after the mission.
After
Like,
the
I'm
mission.
amazed she came
I
to the mission
understand.
after that. Well, guys, that's it. I'm afraid we'll have to end it there, but we will be back. CWWS. Please tune in next time, guys. Metal Gear playthrough